This is the Friday afternoon Qso-Vlog network. And now let's check in and see if CHARLEY-K1GZL is on frequency to bring us up to date on the latest 40-meter band propagation. Charlie's QTH is up north in northern New Hampshire, near the Canadian border. Charlie, got a copy?
Yes, Tim. Beautiful copy. I'm copying you direct. Copying you direct, although I'm only using my dipole, which is not broadside in your direction at all, because my quad at the moment is out of service. It's been pretty cold up here the last couple of days, and right now it's 23 degrees out, overcast, and we had about a half an inch of snow in the early morning hours, and in the last couple days altogether we've had totally close to 4 inches, bringing us up to 31 and a half inches for the season, and that's way below the normal, and we have sleet and freezing rain tomorrow morning, with rain showers tomorrow afternoon with maybe a pause with nothing, and a high in the mid to upper 40s, and that's going to knock off the around 5, possibly 6 inches of snow on the ground. So we've had a lot of warming lately, and these storms are inside runners. They run west of us, and that puts us in the warm air. And it is not what is normal to get this happening so long. So we're way under normal with 31 and a half inches for the whole season. Okay, I don't have much on. I've been talking to Captain Mike, located back home in Virginia, and here's just a couple seconds of him in southwest Virginia, less than a mile from the northeast tip of Tennessee. Here he is.
Got pretty big, these white pines, but that must be really a lot of fun to be able to pick out a tree and go ahead and use that as your Christmas tree. But anyway, Charlie, I wanted to mention to you that picture that I sent you, that was actually in the rental car, and you were just inches away from it, and we just forgot to pull it out and give it to you. That thing had been crisscross the country 4, 5, 6 times.
Okay, that was Captain Mike. Back to you, Jim. KC9VKV, K1GZL.
Roger, Charlie. So that was from his home QTH. He's still on Christmas break. Is that a Roger?
Still on Christmas break. Is that a Roger?
Roger. I think he goes out on the 28th. Somewhere out on the 28th. He'll have a different co-pilot, and he's had Jay for quite a while, and I enjoyed very much meeting them both. Wonderful people, and when he was here talking, he sounded so natural. I could close my eyes and I could think he was still mentally over Scotts Bluff, western Nebraska, coming in 9 triple plus.
Roger, Charlie. So Captain Mike's going to have him a new co-pilot to break in, Roger?
A new co-pilot to break in, Roger?
Roger. The co-pilot lives in Allentown, Pennsylvania. So he's only about an hour and a half or so from the airport on the south side of Philadelphia there, and he's had that new co-pilot has had a fair amount of experience in the past. So I hope that they enjoy each other's company. I'm sure they will, absolutely. So I just don't have that much today. But I don't like the idea of these storms passing west of us and putting us in the warm sector. I normally stack a load of snow up on the side of this QTH, but you can't do it when we get these periods of rain. Boy, I feel like I'm in Miami. Go ahead.
Yeah, roger that, roger that. Well, I'm picking you up on the Arlington SDR this afternoon. The other SDRs are not performing too well, but Arlington looks to be about 12 over. And Arlington does have good frequency response down to 100 cycles, where the other internet SDRs tend to roll out at about 250. So I'm looking at your audio on full range SDR receiver, and you have good content down to 100 cycles, Roger.
Content down to 100 cycles, Roger.
Okay, would you call that acceptable?
Oh yes, sir. It's well balanced, and that's the important thing. When you extend the low range, you also need to increase the intensity in the upper range to keep it balanced, Roger.
Range to keep it balanced, Roger.
Okay, well, I'm always. Wait a minute, I got a mistake here. Yeah. Okay, Jim, on that. I've got something wrong here. Wait a minute. Oh, boy, what a time this is. I don't know if I went forward or... No, I guess I went backwards. Okay, Jim, look, I won't hold it... any longer. I'll try to catch you next week. I thought I had medical appointments I had to make. It looks like I may not until the middle of February. There's too much worry of this Kovac, and we have it loaded up here. This whole area is just loaded with the Kovac.
Pretty big, these white pines, but there must be... Well, I wanted to mention to you that picture that SDR receiver, and you have good content down to 100 cycles, Roger. That's the important thing. When you extend the low range, you also need to increase the intensity in the upper range to keep it balanced, Roger.
Okay, I'm glad of that. Okay, Jim, look, I certainly messed up here. I hit the wrong button and everything went more or less out the window. So, by the way, the visibility is only about 8 miles. It's hazy, but it's not precipitating. But we do have a mess on the roads coming tomorrow morning. On the, I guess tomorrow's the 11th of December 2021. So I'll let you go, Jim. There may be many people waiting to call you there. But I'll be glad when I can get the 40-meter quad working. It may take quite a while. There's a lot to do with it. KC9VKV, K1GZL. Always a pleasure, Jim. Always.
Roger, Charlie, 73 of that way, sir. Now, you don't be doing any climbing. You get some help from some young men that are just breaking into amateur radio. I don't know where you're going to find them, but hopefully you can find them and you won't have to do the climbing yourself. Roger.
Have to do the climbing yourself. Roger.
Oh, yeah, that is Roger. I just ordered a new ladder, and it arrived late this morning. A new ladder, and that will get me up to the balun on the 40-meter quad. That balun lost the driven element right at the balun, and that balun had so much tape on it, so much tape and glue, more or less the whole things together, that it was almost hopeless to continue with that balun. So Jim, who you've worked many times, WA3FET, found that he does have a new balun that he got about 25 years ago. So it's not new, but was never opened, and he wants to send it up to me. So I will, when I get that, I'll be working on that. So 73, Jim, and we'll catch you hopefully next week. There goes my voice. And KC9VKV, K1GZL. I can put out almost 1,500 watts with this dipole on this frequency. But when I'm on the quad, I only get about 900 because the tuning on that is very, very sharp. Very sharp, and I get above a certain frequency, the output drops off. But I've got close to legal limit with this dipole, which you're way off the side of, Jim. K1GZL, we are clear.
Roger, Roger, Charlie. 73, sir. Have a great afternoon, beautiful weekend. This is the Friday afternoon Qso-Vlog net. My name is Jim, KC9VKV, better known in some circles as Dr. VKV, and we're recording now live till 5. So if you have a radio you want to check out, give us a shout. We'll post this recording up on YouTube in the next couple of days. So when you go to YouTube, just do a call letter search for KC9VKV, followed by the word logbook. That's KC9VKV logbook, and this will take you to our main Qso-Vlog page, where this recording will be number 1 of 1950 Qso-Vlog recordings. So that's KC9VKV logbook, take you directly to our logbook page, where we have over 1900 Qso-Vlog recordings. This one will be cut number 1, regardless of what YouTube says. Sometimes YouTube on large lists like we have, they don't manage to update their list quite as often as you might imagine. So anyway, that's the deal. And we're here now live till 5, recording all the while. So if you have a radio you want to check out, give me a shout.
Radio you want to check out, give me a shout.